hello there. Oh, it's good. No, it's good to see you. Come on in, have a seat. Yes, I was expecting you. No, you're not late. You're fine. Um, I understand that I will be helping you today to sort through some of your receipts for taxes. Okay, great. Did you bring your receipts? Wonderful. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, so you have all your receipts in the box. Okay, do you have them sorted in any particular way? No, you just kind of threw them in here. That's fine. That's totally fine. What I would like to do is I want to go through first of all and sort the receipts according to type. Now, are these just for, you sell things on eBay, right? Okay. Are these just for your eBay purchases and expenses? Childcare also. Okay, let me make some notes. Now, you say that you have receipts in here primarily for eBay. Okay. But you also have some childcare. Okay. Well, of course, as you know, those are two separate things. So what we'll do, first I'll go through here and sort them according to the type of receipt, and then we will total them up, and you'll get an idea as to how much you've spent so far for both. Okay? All right. Are these, I also need to ask, are these just from 2016, or do you have any older receipts? Only 2016. Well, that makes it easier. When I'm going through, it'll make it easier to sort them if I know that they're just for this year. So we can't have any from 2015. It can only be this year. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's see what we have here. I'm going to actually just put the box over here and so we can look through it. The first thing we have is a folded paper. Now, this looks like a printed receipt for a printer. Did you buy a printer? Okay, do you only use that for eBay? Okay, well, we're going to keep that separate. We'll have a stack of things that are just supplies, like paper or tape or things like that. And it also looks like you have some Goodwill receipts, like you donated some stuff. Okay, is that all these? Okay, and what I will say, we will keep these separate, and when you are ready to have your taxes done, just bring these with you, and you will need an itemized list of everything that you donated each of these times. And then, of course, you will have the cost for each item. Like, I know in our area, like say you donated a sweater would be $3.79. So that would be the total amount of your donation. So you want to go through and total up everything that you donated for each trip to Goodwill where you donated stuff, and bring that with you also. You will need an itemized list for each donation and the amount. Okay, so we're just going to keep those separate. And then we get into some receipts, and it looks like we have lots of receipts. Wow, okay. And these are all purchases for eBay sales. Okay. Well, we're going to keep all these together. And right now we're not worried about the date. We're just sorting these based on the type of receipt that they are. And it looks like you have a lot. Spend a lot of time at Goodwill, don't you? I can see that. And these are only for this year. Oh my goodness. You've been very busy. So how have your sales been this year? Been good? Good. Makes all the hard work worthwhile. I'm just trying to turn them all kind of facing the same way. Makes it easier when I'm totaling them on my calculator. Now I noticed that some of these have an extra paper stapled onto them. Does that indicate anything? Are these different in some way? Or is that, Okay, that's just where you paid with a credit card. Okay. I was just curious. I just noticed that some seem to have that and some don't. I wasn't really sure why that would be. Oh, you don't need to apologize. It's okay. You don't have to. You're not expected to have everything perfect when you come in. It's not a problem. Oh, you went to a different thrift store. I've actually never heard of that one. Is that local or is... Okay, that's cool. I haven't heard of that one. I mean, Goodwill I'm familiar with. That one I'm not. You have really, really been busy. I may actually have to do these in separate piles just because I don't think one pile is going to stay up. I think it's going to fall over. Now, do you go to just one Goodwill here, or do you go, because I know we have several in the area that are really close by. You go to more than one? That makes sense. Well, that is a drawback, of course. If you buy things at a yard sale, you don't get a receipt, so you can't count that. I think you can actually get a handwritten receipt, but I don't know. I think a lot of people would be hesitant to do that. If you ask them to write out a receipt, I think they would look at you funny at a yard sale. And of course, I'm assuming you have the Goodwill discount card. Oh yeah, I don't shop there much myself, but I have one because it saves me 10% every time I go. And it's only, what is it, $12, $15 a year. What's gone up? I think when I renewed mine it was only $12, but maybe the next time I renew it, it will be the new $15 rate. I'll just press these down because they're fluffing up on me. And more. And more. My goodness. Well, yes, we are. We are going to add all these up. And I think it's going to be a sizable amount that you have spent at Goodwill this year. And it's only the end of August, so, you know, we still have 4 more months to go. So you have plenty of time to spend more. I bet they love you there. Wow, there's one for $123. There's another from that other thrift store. Oh, there's one from the bargain box. I love the bargain box. Did you hear they moved? Yeah, see, at first I thought they were closing, but they actually moved. They're not in that location anymore. Oh, this was recent. This was just like less than a month ago. And I noticed this receipt is from March. So, yeah, it was after that, obviously. But, yeah, they're not there anymore. So, if you go there, yeah, they've moved. I don't know if they just needed a place with more space, or maybe the rent in that location was high. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're not there anymore. Oh, let's see. Okay, that goes here. I hope with all these purchases you've made some money. It seems like you've spent a lot. Oh, here's a folded paper. Let's see what this is. Okay, this looks like it's for childcare. It looks like you have a note written here that it was for the week of June 27th. Okay, we're gonna put the childcare in a separate pile. I'm gonna put that here. And here's some more. Written receipts. Now this also looks like it's for childcare. Does this look familiar? Okay. Well, we're going to keep these together and we're going to add those up separately. And I'm going to write all this down for you. And I'm also going to enter it into the computer in our software so that when you come in to have your taxes done, we will at least have the receipts through the end of August all entered. And then any additional childcare expenses you have or purchases like supplies for your eBay business, just bring those in and we'll just add it to what we total up today. And that'll just kind of make the whole process go a little faster. So you won't have to be here as long. What's this? This looks like, oh, you purchased a camera. Okay, well that's going to go with supplies. I'm going to put this here. And this is, it looks like you purchased some photo editing software. Okay, well that we will also put with supplies. And you only use that for your eBay pictures? Okay. There's a Costco receipt for some tape and you have it circled, so I'm going to put that with supplies. Here it looks like you have some receipts clipped together. Is there something special about these that they're separate? Oh, they're just from earlier in the year. Okay, no, that's okay. We're going to put them all together now. So I'm going to put childcare here. And now that the box is empty, I'm going to put your Goodwill donation slips. I'm going to put these back in here. And just to keep those separate, but just make sure you bring them back when you're ready to do your taxes with an itemized list of everything you donated each time you went. Okay? Just move the box for right now. And I'm going to turn these all the same way. And I'm actually going to start a second pile because this one is falling over. Okay. More Goodwill receipts. I don't want to knock it over. And I think I'll actually total these piles up separately, just in case I make a mistake. That way I won't have to start completely over. We still do this part the old-fashioned way. We just, sorry, actually just do it on a calculator. See? Right there. I'm just going to use my calculator and total this up after we finish sorting everything. There's really no fancy technology involved at this point. This is a Goodwill receipt, but it's really tiny. Oh, this, okay, this looks like a different store. Like it's out of town or something. That's different. It still says Goodwill, but it's a different type of receipt. That's okay, it still works. It's still a receipt, it doesn't have to be the same. I like these receipts that have the separate piece stapled here because it gives me the total, which makes it a little easier to find the amount for that receipt. Some of them are so long. My goodness, look at this one. How long this thing is. Wow. You really went crazy on that trip. It looks like you found a lot of good stuff. Or a lot of stuff. Period. You just find a lot of stuff. Which is good. I mean, if you're buying this stuff to sell, I hope you find some really good stuff. I know I found good stuff there for myself. It amazes me, some of the things I find there. Oh. like these are all Goodwill. And these are from earlier in the year. These look like these are from March. Oh, these look like they're from March. Yeah. Wow, I don't know what you were doing on March the 6th, but I actually have 3 really big Goodwill receipts, all dated March the 6th. You were on a shopping spree that day. No, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit. It's all part of the process. It's good to be organized, and I'm glad that you came in. Now we have here, it looks like a Walmart receipt. And there's nothing circled on it. Can you take a look at that? Does that... Well, it has, it looks like there is a package of tape on here and some copy paper. Do you think it could be that? Because the rest of it honestly looks like just grocery items. Like there's Jell-O on here, peanut butter, milk, and whatever these abbreviations for other stuff are. Del Monte green beans. We're just going to circle the tape and the copy paper. I think that's probably what it is. Okay, and that goes with supplies. So let's do a little bit. I think it's wonderful. You know, we actually do have a lot of clients who sell things on eBay, and we have several that's their primary source of income. I mean, that's basically what they do for a living, and it's great. Now they don't all acquire things the same way you do. Some of them work with wholesalers, or you know, they go to estate sales, things like that, to get their merchandise. But you know, whatever works for you. Okay, now I have them separated out. I have your thrift store purchases, your supplies, and I have your child care. Let's do the child care first since it's the easiest. And this, it looks like, so it's only for summer. Okay. If you're going to have separate child care receipts, just bring those in after the end of the year, and we can add these to that. Let's see. Here's one for $88. And this is just for one child? Okay. And 35. You have a total of $803. 803. And that's just for summer. Okay, we're going to keep these separate. And I'm going to make a separate entry for supplies. Now, I'm not going to add tax at this point for these items. I'm just going to add what's on here. That was a good deal on that tape. $7 off. And this is okay. So for supplies so far this year, you've spent $209.40. And we're going to keep these separate. All right, now for the big challenge. All right, we have the purchases. Now this is going to take a bit, but that's okay. And I'm just going to do them one at a time. It looks like some of these are rounded up. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to do it that way. It's okay. We don't have to sort them by date at this point. We can do that after we total everything. And that can actually be done at another time. You can do that at your leisure if you'd like. For an additional fee, we can do that for you. It's up to you. Do you want us to do it? Okay, you can do it. All right. That's either way. It's totally fine. But yeah, I am required to tell you that we do charge a fee if you want us to sort all of the receipts. But we would be glad to if you want to. It's totally up to you. Oh, I've had to do this many times. People bring in their receipts, and sometimes the receipts are not in good shape. They've had coffee spilled on them. They're all wrinkled up, but yours are nice and neatly folded. I like the way you do your receipts. Makes my job easier. We're almost up to $1,000 already. Okay, that's the first stack. And we still have one more stack to go. But I thought you would be interested to know how much this stack of receipts came up to. It came up to $4,674.25. So I'm going to write that down for the first stack, just in case I lose my place. And then we will have a grand total as soon as I total up the other receipts. Okay. So there's the first stack. And now we're going to start on the second one. Okay, I have your grand total. I'm going to write this down. And you're welcome to take this with you if you like. Okay, your grand total for your thrift store purchases so far this year is $7,285.12. Yeah, see? That's how much you've spent at thrift stores so far this year. 8 months. So that's quite a lot. I'm going to place everything back into the box for you. And what I will do, if you will just wait for me, I'm going to enter the information here that I have compiled today. I have your eBay expenses. I have your childcare expenses for the summer that we have receipts for, and your supplies. I'm going to enter all this into your profile on our system. I'm going to enter all this in, and then if you want, you can either take this with you, or I can do a printout. I can actually just print everything out. Whichever way you would like to do it is fine. So yeah, just think it over, whichever way you'd like to have it, and you can take that with you. And then of course, any receipts that you acquire between now and the end of the year, just keep them in your box like you've been doing. You've done a great job, but I would ask that you keep these separate, these receipts, that way they don't get mixed up with the new receipts that you acquire after today. And then the new receipts, like if you would just take all these and stick them in a folder or an envelope or something, and then just bring in the new receipts, and we will total them up, and we will add everything into the receipts that we just totaled up today. Okay, so if you do that, that would be great. And then if you would also, since you would like to sort them by date yourself, if you would please sort them by date before you come back, that would be wonderful. And again, if you'd like for us to do it, we can for an extra fee. It's not required, but just do that, and then you would see the receptionist up front, and she can make your appointment to come in January would be fine, 1st of February, whenever you like. You have until April 15th, of course. So whenever you'd like to come back to do your taxes after the end of the year would be fine. Just do keep your new receipts separate, okay? And a printout of your child's child care from the daycare center would be great. That'd be a good thing. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in today, and it was a pleasure seeing you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Just wait for that printout. Okay, I'll get this entered, and I will give you a printout. You want a printout? Okay. Well, I will get that for you momentarily. And I hope you have a good day.